Hey guys, it's been a minute since my last video and I just wanted to come back and make another video. A lot of you have requested that I make another dating video, and this is what this video is going to be about. It's going to be about my progress in 2025 as it relates to dating. So far, I have not been able to get much progress this year. feel like I've grown a lot as a person this year, both in my understanding of how I can do better with dating, my physical appearance. I've been getting better with that. I've gained 20 pounds. I still want to gain another 30 pounds this year for a total of 50 pounds. I've been working out 4 times a week, trying to get fit, trying to get swole. It's a little hard for me being so lengthy at 6'3", but I have been definitely making progress in the right direction. That's one of the conclusions I came to in the last year or so, is that women really value physical attractiveness more than anything else, more than money, more than a lot of these other things. So I've really been trying to focus on my appearance and trying to be more attractive to women, because I feel like that is probably my biggest bottleneck as it relates to dating, and especially on online dating where that's pretty much everything. But this year I went on a date January 1st, someone I met on an online dating website, and been talking for a couple of weeks prior to that, wound up meeting at a restaurant locally, a nice steakhouse. I was talking to her in person for about an hour. It seemed to go pretty well at the beginning, but by the middle of it, she just seemed like she wasn't interested, and I could tell she wasn't really invested in the questions she was asking. So I tried to finish my food early so she could leave, and she wound up saying that she didn't want to meet for another date. I seemed like a great guy, all this, yada, yada, yada. I even gave her a bouquet of flowers when she left. Normally, that's not something I would do because it was a little extra for a first date. But I figured, hey, it's a nice way for her to start the year. And I even told her that, look, regardless of your interest, I just thought it'd be a nice way for you to start the year. And she was thankful of that, but I mean, nothing ever became of it beyond that. And it kind of drew me to the conclusion, I just feel like online dating is not an effective way for men to, like average men like myself, looks wise, to do well. Um, because it's built so much upon appearances, and a lot of the women who are on there who are average to above average, they're there because their standards are too high. Because after getting to know some of these women personally, even as friends, I just see the amount of attraction they get as somebody who's also, I'm in my 20s still, these 20-some-year-old women get out in the wild even. And it's like, if you're getting approached by 100 men in a year and you're on an online dating website too, and I've seen you're getting your inbox filled up with messages every day, it's like, how am I going to stand out from that? It's not a functional thing. And don't get me wrong, women have their own struggles because most of them are unable to get commitment from guys on there, and most men are just unable to get a date. I just think it's a dysfunctional way of dating, and going forward, I don't plan on putting too much more effort into online dating. After that, I wound up meeting somebody at dance. That's something I've been trying to do more of, and I think it's a really good way to meet people, going out dancing. And even though I'm not that good of a dancer, just having those small conversations with people. I wound up meeting somebody there, and I asked her for her phone number, and we wound up talking for a little bit. She said she was busy and didn't want to date, but she eventually messaged me like 3, 4 weeks later, and I didn't even realize whose phone number it was. I thought it was like some sort of scam, but then I kind of connected the dots, and I was kind of apprehensive about it. But it's like, well, this year's been brutal enough as it is, so I'm just going to take any opportunity I can get. And I thought the date went pretty well. We had some fun, but after that, I forget what she said, but she declined a second date, respectfully. We wound up talking for a lot after that, though. So, and I feel like she gave me some mixed signals at times about her interest. So, I don't ever know what really happened with that. Nothing's going to be happening going forward, it looks like, but I just don't know. Afterwards, after all that, I wound up joining a new church as well this year. I didn't do it with the intent of meeting women per se, but I was just looking for kind of a deeper reverence for my faith. And the problem with this has been, though, there's like 10 dudes for every one woman there. And the only 2 women who come to the young adult group stuff, one of them wants a Josephite marriage, which basically means they don't have intimate relations with their husband. And the other one wants to be a nun. So there's pretty much no options there. And I even tried talking to one of them just in a friendly way, and she gave me like a snarl for even having like the audacity to speak to her. And that's been kind of my progress so far there. Outside of that, I met somebody a couple months ago. maybe a month or two ago at a volunteer thing where we wound up talking very briefly. I asked for her phone number. She gave it to me. We wound up meeting at a local college campus and walking around. Uh, I thought the date was pretty well. She didn't really respond that much. She wasn't that receptive. I don't know that it actually had anything to do with me. I think she might have been really busy with school. Because I asked her like during the date, like, what are you going to do after this? She's like, oh, I'm going to go back to studying. And before that, she was studying as well. So I just think she might be really busy with school. But it doesn't seem like anything's going to be happening out of that date. But I like asking women out in person so much better than online dating. Just having a small conversation with them, asking like, hey, do you want to do something this weekend? What's your phone number? That's like been the most effective way for me to ask women on dates. I'm getting to a point though, there's not that many women around here to ask for dates because I pretty much asked most of them out at this point, and it just has not worked out that well for me. Maybe I need to go take my stuff and move somewhere else, but that's kind of where I'm at the moment. I have gotten rejected and ghosted a number of times this year as well. It's been kind of brutal, to be honest. That's why I've said 2025 has been like my most brutal year. I'm just not able to get many second dates compared to years past, and I don't know why because feel like I've improved a lot. But yeah, I've gotten rejected, ghosted a couple of times. Outside of that, I still remain optimistic. I'm still working on myself, still trying to gain the weight, still trying to put myself out there in various ways. I'm not really looking for anything per se, but just standing out in the field with my glove up, ready to catch the ball if it comes my way. Yeah, that's my update. I still haven't given up, and I thank you guys for your continued support.